What's up, guys and gals? As you can see, I got the front bumper off. I'm gonna be doing finishing today on a lot of the small stuff. I'm gonna get the bottom piece trimmed up and I'm gonna get that rolled over. And actually, I wanted to show how this frame is actually in here, being apparently some people didn't necessarily see how I put it in. Okay, first of all, with the wooden frame part, I actually had put a screw through it to hold it on each end. And of course, I had made these, I had screwed these into the foam board, and then I stapled them to this intersection that you can see. And as far as this goes, I ended up, because this was a brace, but this was my step up to get the angle that I wanted on this bottom piece on the inside section of the grill section. So as you can see, these were curved to the approximate same shape as what the bumper is, and then of course stapled. And this piece was actually screwed on both ends, so whenever I actually go to take this frame out here after a while, because I am going to end up finishing this part here, so that means this is going to actually come around and it's all going to connect. So I'll put a screw here and a screw here to hold this side piece in. And then as far as this piece here goes, I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to wrap this around this part. And that way, when that gets done, I'll be able to put like maybe one screw in here at kind of an angle so it doesn't protrude out the other side. Okay guys and gals, what I ended up doing is, since this wasn't folding over like I wanted it to, and it was actually starting to frustrate me, so I decided to turn the camera off, take a step back and look and see what was going to have to be done here. So what I did is I decided to staple another piece of fleece up and around it. Okay, we'll see if that works any better than the fiasco I had going on. So, anyways, okay, we're getting ready to actually start sanding. Well, I'm getting ready to actually start sanding. And the main thing you want to remember is you're not trying to dig down deep or nothing. What you're wanting to do is rough this up, because you really don't want this to be slick. Because the body filler won't stick to that. No way, no how. So you want to rough this up so that your body filler will actually stick to it. Okay, there is some more work to do, obviously. But it is starting to shape up. Okay, so now that we got that much done, it's not perfect. It could be much better, but we'll be able to finish it. I'll be able to go ahead and get some body filler on it and smooth it out the rest of the way. Maybe not absolutely first try today, but I will get as much body filler on as I can. I need to go through, do a wipe down right quick, and then we'll get on body filler part. And remember, when you're mixing up your body filler, you need to make sure it's all one color. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, then I'm going to hit it with my last piece of sandpaper, and we're going to call it probably good. I decided on making this one last little batch so I could do up in the grill portion a little more to try to smooth it out a little more for the next time. Okay, anyways, as you can see, it is nighttime now, but I did get the overhead light out, and because I wanted to show you, this is getting along very nicely. I do have probably at least 3 more layers of smoothing. It's just smoothing from here on out. I just have to finish up the about 3 more layers of the body filler. My next layer of body filler, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand with the 120, put another layer on, sand that with 220, and then put 1 more layer on and sand that with 320, and then see where I'm at there, because it should just be small stuff after the 3rd layer at 320. It should just be small stuff, and then we'll start with the hand sanding with the 320 after that, because it does different things. Whenever you use a machine to sand with, that gets work done really quick and stuff, and at least with hand sanding, you can take your time and you actually can block it to an extent. With this, there's so many contours and stuff, I'm not going to be able to use a block on much of anything except for like here, you know, maybe on these edges of the triangles. But as far as that goes, once I get to the 320, it'll be hand sanding, and there is a way to hand sand with it's like a block, but not really. It's more like a thin piece of plastic, and what you do is you wrap the sandpaper around it, and then you can kind of hand sand with that. It's kind of an old school method. A lot of people don't use it anymore. A lot of people usually will get like a DuraBlock or something like that, instead of just getting like the piece of plastic that you wrap that around, and that actually helps with hand sanding. And then once we get down to the 320 and we get it hand sanded to finish it off, then our final coat of cover primer is going to go on it, because it'll actually end up getting like wet sanded before it actually gets the filler primer. Well, it's not filler primer, my fault. Before it actually gets the high build primer, then it will get one last sanding, and then it will get the high build primer, and then it will get wet sanded and ready for paint at 320. I may go 420. 420 is a little bit smooth. I usually don't go any more than 320, because this has to stay porous to an extent so that the paint will stick a little better. I know it sounds crazy, and there's going to be a lot of guys disagree with me. Oh no, wet sand it down to 1,000 grit and it'll make it nice and smooth and shiny. Well, I've done that before, and then it just peels off, because if you get it too smooth, then it don't want to stick. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to subscribe and hit the notifications, and have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out.